Hi everyone, my name's Callum and I'm here to take down 9 to 5 working because I've spent the last 2 years of my life researching where this working pattern came from, how it's evolved since it was created, and it's quite a grim tale. It doesn't make any sense to me as to why it still exists in 2025. There's been a lot of discussion recently about where people are working and is it remote, is it in the office? And that's distracted us from the fact that this working structure was never designed with modern working practices in mind. The 9 to 5 pattern was established in the 1930s and was entirely focused on maximizing the output of factory workers whilst minimizing injuries and deaths. Over the last 100 years, our relationship with work has changed significantly. Technology has changed the way we work, and societal evolution has changed the reasons that people engage with work in the first place. Let's have a look at that relationship in more detail. In the early 1900s, work was described in very simple terms: a fair day's wage for a fair day's work. By the 1930s, employers had started to put more structure around how work was completed to maximize output of workers. In the 1960s and 70s, computers were introduced to the workplace, massively increasing the speed at which administrative work could be done. The 1980s saw communication between computers, which saw the rise in office working. In the mid-90s, we had the World Wide Web and email communication, which meant we could work from anywhere for the first time. In 2010, digital automation and robotics increased that speed again, and we are now in the midst of the AI revolution, understanding just what's possible with computers at our fingertips. It almost feels like we're laughing in the face of all these technological advancements, and we've forgotten the fact that this pattern was made for factory work, not office work. But we're still anchored to this 1930s 9 to 5 pattern. And our relationship with work is increasing in complexity. Relationship and family structures are different. As well as that, individuals are now more deliberate in how they prioritize and spend their time. That's all being caught under the umbrella of finding work-life balance, which I think is a massive oversimplification of a very complicated issue. Why does any of this matter? Well, I think it matters because we're working in a system which focuses on time at work and not output. It is redundant. It is leading to bad habits in terms of hiring and firing because people don't have a good handle on what work actually needs done within their organization. They structure all around the time you're employed for. I think you shouldn't have an office working day that exceeds 5 hours. And if you use that model, you could actually split the existing working days in half and employ 2 people for every one job that you have. Within that 5 hour working time, those people are explicitly focused on output. If work output is the primary concern, not only does it enhance the return on investment for employers, but it also makes the most of the employee's time, and time is a precious commodity. This has just been a short snapshot of some of the research I've done over the last couple of years, and I could talk about this all day. I find it fascinating, but I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on some of the points I've raised. Thanks very much for listening.